With no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond B's, all BBs, I call them Bill.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. With a chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Pulls it in at the 13.
Kenyon Drake on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Okay, ready?
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you can hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they've got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here's Corral on first down. Flush to his right. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And great starting position to begin the drive. And now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. He's got Touchdown, L.A. Devontae Adams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams have struck first in this NFC title game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Corral. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to foul that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Corral. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll buy some time right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd and 10, Corral. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. On 2nd and goal, Corral, and it's caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Third and goal, here's Corral. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
4th down, here's Corral. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They run it again with Kamara. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
First down, Rams.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carlos Basham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through and was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
By Gregory Russo. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
To try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive. Has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down. Here's Corral with it. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. And the Rams first down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. Does those set up 3rd and manageable?
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable. Nice decision-making and took care of the football.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To try again after the sack. Tua. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Charles Davis operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Corral sets up play action. Flushed out right. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Play action here. Corral. And this is caught right along the sideline. Well, Joe keeping the toes in bounds there. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Corral. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Christian Watson, 27 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, wise choice was made here, and he didn't risk a turnover because he'd understood the pressure was coming, saw the tight coverage, and decided just to throw it away and live another down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. They go quickly here out to Moore. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10. Corral eluding the pressure right. And he's got Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Corral on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Corral. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The 1st down throw here for Corral. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Play action, Corral. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
Kenyon Drake on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates, and boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. He hits Adams complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? A give. This is Kamara. Shoves him aside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
second down, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Adams, the man in motion left. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Kamara is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. That's complete right side to Lazard. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Lazard from 3 yards out. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that hole right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, ETN. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. On first down, right back to ETN. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Corral. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll take this down to the 33. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Corral to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now Corral.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 36-yard attempt.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a run up the middle with Drake. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl.
The Rams are Super Bowl bound as champions of the NFC. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night.